It's time. And without further ado, let's get right on into it. Up here in the top left, representing Exxon, he's hungry for some victories. He's had a bit of a tough run recently. But you know what? Didn't he take down, like, Parting or something the other week? I feel like he did. It is the one and only Special. Down here in the bottom right hand. And he did actually barely get past Cham, by the way. 4-3 in the grand finals of LATAM. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, in the blue, representing Ting, it is Neeb. Alex Sunderhaft is his name. But we like to call him the Thundershaft because he always wanted to be an engineer. If you guys don't understand that, that's fine. Just tweet FearDragon64 about it. I'm sure he'll be happy to explain. That's 2 barracks on the high ground. Oh my. Ooh, we're going to see a 2-Rax Reaper opening. He's going to wall off to stop scouting. Neeb scouting rather late here. He's not going to get in. Now, I've talked a lot about how I love 2-gate Stalker. Against this opening, I will still take my Nexus pretty quickly. Sometimes I will delay the Nexus a little bit to get the second gate, but normally I just am like, second Nexus, then get a second gate. As long as my Cybercore is before the Nexus for safety, I'm just going to get a lot of Stalkers out and control the map. I'm going to check everywhere for proxies. And I feel like it shuts down 2-Rax Reaper, shuts down Hellion Drop, shuts down the most common things, the tank pushes that can come out of one base. I think it's an amazing way to play. What I often see, though, is players trying to go straight Twilight and Blink. Feels a little awkward. Even Robo kicks in a little too late for some of the scenarios. So we're going to have to see how Neeb shows us a perfect response. Stargate is also quite awesome, by the way. Shield Battery in the main, super safe. Super safe. This is awesome. Big thank you, 8man8 for the 3-month resub. What's up? What's up? I like when you lean into your accent like that pig. You should watch Aussie Man reviews on YouTube. He is an inspiration of mine. Alright. So the Reaper comes over, sees the Adept. And the idea is this is a bit of a trap, right? Because you're going to have 3 Reapers fighting 1 Adept. And you're going to kick the shit out of it. Now, the Adept sees the Reaper going back. I would be very careful here as Neeb. Because if the Reaper's going home, yeah. Even if it wasn't this, it could have been a Hellion with it or something like that as well. Basically, some combination of units that's going to cause you trouble. Instant recall. Doesn't even stop to pick off the SCV because he knows he'll get caught if that happens. And look at that. Second Shield Battery here. So Shield Battery in the main, Shield Battery in the low ground. Now, this seems awesome and it is good. You know what's even better than this, guys? If you had 3 Stalkers with a 4th on the way by now. Just saying. Just saying, then you can shut them down. You don't need to rely on your shitty shield batteries. You can go out and hunt those units down. See, look at that. Wouldn't have lost a probe there. Just saying. I'll shut up. Like, Pig, we don't want to hear about your fucking mid-GM escapades, okay? It's not going to work against Special. Like, it will. I actually did this Special the other week in the tournament Artosis was casting, and I think if I was smart enough to realize he was still on 1 base at the 10-minute mark, and I didn't go for a 3rd, and actually was played really patiently, I think I could have won that game. That was a different opening. Dude, I love this usage of the Reapers. Still not losing any of them. Behind this has a command center up. There's up to 2 barracks, a factory. It's a little bit lacking on add-ons. Neeb, of course, has a Robo out, 2 gateways, is making Stalkers, hitting his probe production. He's up 7 workers. That Phoenix comes in and is going to see, ooh, you want to make a Raven or Banshees. And that's going to hang around and says, hello, are you going to start Cloak there or nah? And Special's like, nah, not even going to fake it. I'm surprised, I thought he might fake it. I guess it's so obvious, it's like not even worth faking. Because you're like, oh yeah, you're really going to totally start Cloak in front of my hallucination. And that absolutely, that's not going to get cancelled the moment it disappears. Nuh-uh. I do like 2-base Colossus play. I think getting quick Colossus is amazing. Submarine is a map where short rush distance, lots of ledges, great positions for tanks. You want to be able to get out there and engage the Terran pushes before they get to your base. Now, obviously you might be like, but Raven counters Colossus. Kind of. But if you've got some force fields and stuff, if you engage far enough out, you can kind of... They have to use the interference matrix early. You get a few swipes off. You just force field, pull back, and then wait for it to wear off. You know, as long as they can't kind of jump on top of your army, it can work incredibly well. And in fact, he's actually going to start up with the Disruptor drop. 3rd gateway is finally down. Twilight on the way. Ooh, this is an interesting game, guys. Stim just now starting. Good little force out for Special. Not the quickest engineering bay, but he's now going to start +1 in a moment. He's got a second tech lab barracks, reactor going down on the starport, non-stop tank production, just getting into a real solid setup. These Reapers are still out here looking to deny the base. That Prism's going to go across. Gravitic Drive, aka Warp Prism Speed's on the way. The first Colossus is on the way. Now, I think it'll be Blink. I think Neeb will want some control, but depending on what he sees, especially if there's no third command center soon, he may just go straight charge just to have a better fighting force. And you see a lot of units coming out. You see 3 barracks. Yeah, charge actually kicks in. Neeb is one of the few tip-top players. Him and Estrella, both, who are big... Whoa! Big Disruptor Shot got 7 kills. Sorry, I missed that, guys. Oh, bad observing, Pig. You just missed a hype moment. The Reapers were poking in, dropped it, got 7 SCVs as they tried to pull away. You should never get 7. Oh, he's trying to catch the Reapers. Oh, Neeb is so funny. What a troll. Oh, he wants it. He's like, hello. He's like, I know most of you are from a pretty shitty future scenario where your dad's probably never played catch with you, so I will. Whoa! He recalls. Too late, too late. Not nice auto turret. Well worth it. Gets the disruptor. Well done. But you know what? Loses a bunch of Marines. Loses all of his Raven energy as well. 1 Reaper finally going to go down. Yeah, so as I was saying, Neeb and Estrella, 2 of the players who will just go charging. Colossus plus charge, especially when you add a few Archons, you just have so much splash damage. Your army is just going to blitz the crap out of Terran. And a lot of players on this map don't wall off these days, and they leave all their tanks out here when they go for the 3rd command center. Now, there is still no 3rd command center started, which I guess, hey, it's 2 base Protoss, why not? Shield battery even before the 3rd Nexus goes down. Both players are so afraid and respectful of each other. Reapers come in, they're going to grab 1 probe, they're going to grab... Oh, shield battery, nice healing. Noise healing. Auto attack from the High Templar, always one of the funniest things to see. A Reaper still alive here. Double drop goes for the main. Stalkers get a bit of damage on the medevac. Just going to cancel the shield battery, get a pylon, and pull on out. That 3rd CC is now building. So as I said, I feel like Charged Archon Colossus is such a powerful timing because Terrans have this really bad habit of sieging their tanks in a line on this ramp. And it's just big open area here, pretty big open area here. Charged Archon Colossus will swing in and punch you in the dick. Whereas I feel like in this game, Special's got enough units, it's not really a threat. But if you're even a little behind the Protoss and they play Charged Colossus, you should always keep your tanks on this ridge as a safety fallback location that just cannot be broken by Charged Archon. It's something I'm obsessed with because Dream lost to PVT and War Chest Team League because of it. I think Special might have lost one as well. And I was like, guys, tanks on the high ground. I was like, you know you're behind. You know the Protoss is probably going to try and bust you. Tanks on the fucking high ground. Come on. Forge only now going down, guys. 2nd Robo going down there. So he's going to go straight into 3 Colossus into Disruptors. And he's actually saying, who needs upgrades, man? I just want to have enough splash damage and enough units. The thing is, he's really got to be efficient. And with the Ravens, the tanks, and a couple of Vikings, I actually think Special has the better army here. It's just, can he get around this army for a siege up? Oh, that High Templar would love to get the feedback. Oh, he focuses it. 2 Marauders do go down rather quickly, though. So as much as losing a High Templar sucks, check it out. It's Zealot run by time. They're going to intercept the rally point. Nice reaction by Special. Pulls back pretty quickly. Ooh, these tanks zoning out. Nice! The feedback does land on a new High Templar. Just wants to morph those in. Oh, the Zealots are going to do big damage though, man. This is a problem. Whenever the Zealots are on the production, your reinforce is gone. Ooh, there's no shield batteries up though. Those Colossus are going to fall very quickly. Uh-oh, 2 tanks already went down. Those tanks not shooting against the Colossus. They were shift-clicked on the Archons, which I actually think is a mistake. I think the tanks should always prioritize the Colossus. And now with very little buffer left, Special's got to pull back. That Colossus will slaughter those Marines. They're already too bruised. Zealots are still in the production. The SCVs somehow have not died, but so many units have been dying as they pop out in these small numbers. Now, Neeb, hot on his tail, says, I'm not going to give you time to heal. You've got to get home just to protect your economy. But my army's going to join up with that. I'd love those Zealots to have gone back up into the main, but he's actually just going to jump straight on top of it. 1-1 upgrades versus 0-0 in Special's favor. Ooh, I like the drop on those tanks. Oh, he's going to get his own Disruptors there, or his own Zealot, sorry, with that Disruptor shot. Last Zealot in the main does go down. Neeb's actually not that far ahead on work because he's going to try to send 2 Zealots. Oh, that's a mistake. Oh, Neeb with some miss rallies here, man. Uh-oh. At the end of that, Special's still got 50 supply. He's got a good Viking count, so the Colossus is no longer a threat. There are 3 Disruptors out. Notice Neeb is trying to create space for himself. He wants to be out on the map, so if Special pushes, he can use those Disruptors and do a fighting retreat, but he's got so little support for it. He's looking very bare bones. He's transferred workers out of his main down to his third. He's only at 54 workers. +1 attack is now on the way. He's making a sentry. He's trying to make these Disruptors. He doesn't have Blink. Honestly, if Special starts multi-pronging, I feel like Neeb can't actually handle it. Yeah, I think these 2 libs that are building, if they go and siege up bases, like, Neeb's so focused on the frontal army, but I actually think he's got to find the money for Blink. I like that he's sending some zealots out for map control. I wouldn't mind some spotting pylons or probes. Neeb's map vision looks kind of crap. Now, Special, on the other hand, he's really just weathering the storm in this game. Another zealot going to come in, get 1 SCV, cleans it up pretty quickly. Lib's going down the left-hand side. He scans and sees, okay, Disruptors, a single Archon, a single Colossus. The upgrade advantage is huge with a 4th command center on the way as well. I like Special playing slow and going for harassment. Honestly, I know it's scary, but I'd actually... Oh, look at that. He's going to try and start a fight out on the map. Gets 1 Disruptor. Oh, he cops a pretty big Disruptor shot there, though. This is an ambitious fight. I think the Vikings should have pulled back. He does grab a few Disruptors, though. And you know what? Lib's coming at the same time. So the whole idea, Special wanted to fight specifically to pull the attention away so the Libs could do some stuff. But the Libs achieve absolutely nothing. Those Stalkers, they do end up going and committing to it. Well done. But he's got a double drop on the right. Remember, Special, that trade did not go well for him in that both Libs got wrecked. But he's got the quicker 4th command center. He's got +2. He's adding vehicle weapons. He's going for a 2nd factory. Is he going to play mass tank? I think he is. He's just saying, let's just keep making tanks. Tanks can deal with Disruptors. They actually can. The problem is often just your tank count gets reset. You don't have enough after one big fight. You know, right now he's on 3 tanks. It's not very scary. But if you're building them 2 or 3 at a time, adding vehicle weapons as well, they can get real powerful. A Disruptor has 100 hit points, 100 shields. Does take 3 sieged tank shots to take it down. Bio on the left, Bio there. He's got to be careful. Remember, there's still no anti-air. Like, there's still no blink. Neeb is actually so bare bones on his mobile drop defense. The fact he's actually been able to defend things like the Libs so well to scare Special off is so powerful. Now, Special's hiding these units. He does not want to show those, though, until there's a distraction. Special queuing this in. This is a little bit lazy, and it's going to get spotted by the Zealots. Oh, no. That army is going to get cornered. Now, he kind of has to commit, but he's just... And they're already there. Okay, I like that he tries to get some of the units out. Just run. Just run. He tries to do a bit of stutter step. Kind of pretend. Oh, get it out. Lift, lift, lift. Get that command center out of there. He's going to dive in through the middle. There's no Disruptors there right now. Vikings going to take that out. That command center is going to go down real quick. But you know what? Tech is exposed here for Neeb. That command center, that robo could go down. Command center lifts off. There is a good rally of siege tank. That's going to be really hard for Neeb to bust. Back at home, oh, Zealots and Archons do come in. They force Special to lift up and get out of there. But you know what? His own tanks do manage to defend himself. He's scanning to make sure those Disruptors can't sneak forward. The Vikings, the drops getting out of there. There's still... Blink is finally halfway done, but I've been talking about this for minutes, and for good reason. It's that lack of the ability to actually jump onto... Oh, no. He loses all of his Vikings. Special. Ooh, that 1 Colossus is such a pain in the ass. And actually that, I think after killing the Vikings, already having 8 Disruptors, I would go straight back into Colossus if I was Neeb. Maybe a couple of Immortals tanking against the siege tanks. He's going to go for it. I think this is good micro by Special, though. Look at those tanks. Oh, that's a lot of siege tanks. Oh, no. Neeb, I think... Ooh, he does get 1 or 2 big Disruptor shots. Another big Disruptor shot. Special needed to stay back there. He thought he could punish there. He thought Neeb had overstepped, but actually... I think he needed to be very careful with the bio. Now, he's going to push out with his bio down the left. That 4th being denied is starting to piss Special off. I like this choice. Just... Ooh, ooh, ooh. He's accidentally sent... Yeah, there we go. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to select those medevacs. 3-2 upgrades versus just +2. So the upgrades are getting better for Special. If he establishes a 4th, he's looking very good. But right now, there's a lot of Disruptors out of the map. He's accidentally sent an unsieged tank across. Stalker's going to deal with that. Another drop comes in. And a few more probes. Of course, clicks on the shield battery, forces a recall. It's going to boost out. He's got to get straight to the dead space. There's a lot of dead space on this map, but Special's been a bit risky with his movements. And now that Blink's on the map, he's got to start respecting that. Keep in mind, Neeb is only on 6 Blink Stalkers right now. That's still a pretty weak arsenal. of anti-air units. He's got +2 attack, but he is going to start +1 armor now. He says +3 attack's a bit expensive. Let's go for that. And I'm surprised there's no DT shrine either, as Neeb is up to 64 probes. He's got a 5th base down here. It seems like he's dead set on denying this base, but with 2 tanks building at a time, 9 siege tanks out, I don't know if that's really possible. And he's going to try to come forward. There's a lot of tanks. Oh, the tanks are exposed. But Neeb didn't really know what he was walking into. I think if he jumped on that, he may have been able to clear it with the zealots getting on the tanks. But look at this. The tanks aren't covering the 4th. The mobility is all there. It's a ground-pounding army. Oh my god. The SCVs are trying to get out. A lot of them get caught by the Archons and Disruptors. 17 workers go down. A Colossus and an Archon do go down on the flank. Command Center will survive. Archons can't really snipe Command Centers very well. Oh, Special's got to be pissed off. And this is kind of the weakness of siege tanks to some extent, right? Uh-oh. Oh, no! Neeb's going to catch the tanks. He senses it. Special tries to siege in time. Ooh, but Neeb... Oh, Neeb actually backed off. He thought Special's bio army was there as well. It wasn't. He actually could have killed every siege tank and won the game. Special with such a wild maneuver. It's actually going to pay off huge. He gets the 4th base probe line. 15 probes. Will he get the Nexus? Ooh, he will, but he's going to pay for it. Loses 1 medevac with units in it. Another medevac almost goes down. Oh my god, he's like, what the hell? You have a 5th right next to my 4th, you douche. Oh, nice focus here from Neeb. Now, I don't think Neeb's going to be able to get rid of that base, though, and the tanks should be able to creep down and deny that expansion. Special's got to be careful, though. He's got to keep most of those tanks sieged. Look at that tank line. I would love to see Special split some bio once again around the top side. Neeb is still focusing on one big ball of absolute death and destruction with the DT shrine coming in. Remember, no turret here. No turret here. Special's bases keep getting lifted. Oh, and Neeb splitting off a big zealot run by. I think that might just be the game-winning move. Right now, Special has mass siege tank, but he's not mobile, and he's not able to defend these bases very effectively. Those zealots come in. Ooh, Neeb does lose a few zealots taking down those rocks, but he can start sieging these, and he's just going to go for it. EMPs! Ooh, a couple of huge EMPs land. Oh my god. Neeb thought he was catching him out of position and just took the worst fight of all time. He did not realize how deep that tank line was. He knew the zealots were doing damage, killing SCVs, and he just overcommitted, and there was 2 EMPs. Watch that one more time. 2 EMPs, and there was also tank focus fire. Holy crap, what a game. Let's watch this again. So he loses 1 zealot, and then he goes in. He's in a big clump. Much better if he came from 2 sides, but then look at the EMP in the middle, and then the tanks all get clicked in the middle as well. All the disruptors go down. 2 disruptor shots get off, but the entire Protoss army is gone. Holy crap. Special weathers the storm. Guys, we're about to go into map 2. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in just 1 second. Holy, I can't wait for the rest of the series. I need to pee really quickly. We're waiting for game 2 to start. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Make sure to vaccinate all your kids.
Yeah, because autism makes them better at StarCraft, sure.
Exactly.
Guys, be nice to each other. If someone disagrees with you, don't try to convince them otherwise. You can try to posit a viewpoint, but it's not about, I'm right, you're wrong. Just take a deep breath, it's fine. There's always going to be someone who disagrees with you. I did once spend half an hour on the subway trying to convince the guy. He kept saying that Jesus was in his brain and telling him to eat the Cheetos. And I was like, I don't think Jesus is telling you to eat the Cheetos in your brain. We had this mad debate. It was pretty awesome. At some point, I realized it was the equivalent of arguing on the internet. And that was the point when I realized that it maybe wasn't the best usage of my time. But I would still do it again because it was a great life experience. Oh my God, you absolute fucking Chad. Holy shit. Oh my God, 12 virgins versus 1 Chad. Guess who wins? The Chad every time. Because this Chad fucks. That's right. This is his harem of SCVs. He gets laid. He's a fucking absolute Chad. He's a mad lad. He's a mad Chad. And those virgins, look at them running home, Quick, back to the Reddit incels forum. Oh no, that got banned too? Oh, this is the Reddit incels forum. We're gonna have to go to the dark web. We're gonna have to go hide up here in the dark web. Unfortunately, Ruff calls in the fucking FBI battle cruisers and finds his way onto their fucking hidden forum in the dark web and takes him to Dicktown. Get fucked. Yeehaw, motherfucker. All right, we're back, guys. Game 2 has started, and it is 1-0 for this man who's building a barracks next to his opponent's base. It is the one and only Special. Down here in the bottom right, he's not scouting yet, and that does not bode well for him. It's a blind nexus. He is Neeb. Ooh, this is going to be real nasty. I mean, Special sees that and just has a big fat grin on his face right now. I'll tell you that. Uh-oh. Oh, my... Oh, he builds that in vision. Oh, that's a bit silly, I think. That's too close, right? I don't know if he meant that to be in vision. Probe's going to come and actually start working on this. Immediately a pylon on the high ground. Neeb's like, oh, crap. Does at least realize what's happening. That probe's going to go across the map. Meanwhile, at home, a factory. So it's just, this is like an old school kitchen sink, but with the bunker and the Reaper here is going to be a real nuisance. That Reaper will go straight in the main. He's going to get some Marines in the bunker after that. Stalker's on the way. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's, oh. It's hunting. Good pullbacks on those probes. Oh, already gets one. Going for that orange one, unable to confirm the kill. These probes, the healthy ones try to fight so that the orange ones can get to safety, but that Reaper's hungry. That being said, Stalker's out, and that's why he had to get out of there. At the other same time, Probe gets over there, sees a factory, immediately builds a tech lab. Neeb says, oh, okay, all right. It's one base for now. Usually there's an expand after this from the Protoss, the Terran, sorry. And he does see, yeah, you're not fully mining off your gas, so there will be a command center. But it's an awkward position to be in. And 2 Marines and a Reaper in there. So he's having to build shield batteries on the low ground to heal his Stalkers. Now obviously you can overcharge those as well, since they're close to the Nexus. But the problem is these SCVs repairing. And it costs very little to repair your bunkers, remember. So this is awesome play. Awesome play by Special. Just going to be a real disruption. You're never going to kill the Nexus, but... Oh, he wants to try and... put the barracks there just to mess with the micro. Oh, look at that. He's even going to try and bounce the units around a little bit. Okay, trying to be a little tricksy. Oh, okay. So he's going to try and land the barracks. And then... Oh, he goes for the weak Stalker. But no. Pulls back to the batteries in time. Good micro by Neeb. I mean, at the end of that, you go, hey, Protoss didn't really lose anything, but he did lose some mining time. And, you know, it is an annoyance. Cyclone comes in. Ooh. But shield batteries are going to heal that up. Well done. Now, these 2 Stalkers are still very weak, but that Cyclone deep in the red. Ooh, not able to get the sentry, and he's got to go back to heal. Immediate third for Neeb. Oh. Because Neeb saw the command center, so he knows it's like, oh yeah, you got a Cyclone, but you don't really have much for the next little while. So Neeb going for a super quick third, and is a bit supply blocked. He's going to drop 2 pylons here. 3 pylons, in fact. Try and get up some vision. Ooh, he sees 2 Cyclones. He wants to get up into that main, and he will. And he's going to see Cloak on the way. Oh, Neeb, fantastic. Banshee gets cancelled. So he starts a Raven. So he's going to keep Cloak just until this dies. Now he can cancel Cloak. It's a fake. He said, ah, man, because he knew it was going to get scouted. So he just canceled the Banshee, started the Raven. Now cancels the Cloak. He's going into tanks. And I wonder... This kind of looks like a mech build. Yeah, this actually looks a lot like a mech build. So keep your eyes on these gases. That'll tell us. But I think Neeb has actually defended spectacularly well, and he's going to go fusion core and a reactor on the back. Yeah, this is battle cruiser into Mechios. It's going to be BCRS mech. This is a good map for BCs because you got all this space to kind of dart in between the mineral lines. But because there's already so many shield batteries, it's a little awkward. He's already gone into his third as well. What the fuck? And Neeb has even hallucinated stalkers here to try to take the lock-ons. Oh, that's hilarious. This obsession with shield batteries. Neeb is like, as long as I have a shield battery in each mineral line, I just can't be surprised by anything. It's insane, but it really makes sense. It's very, very cool. So that first battlecruiser, he's a bit gas starved, so he's a little bit slow on getting those gases going. He's going to start it up in a few seconds. I have not seen this slow of a battlecruiser before against Protoss, and you know, he starts another tank instead. I honestly think Neeb is going to just bop this. I mean, Stalker, Sentries, Colossus are all the wrong units against it. You'd much rather... I mean, Stalkers are fine versus the BC, but against this tank style, if you can just get charge up early, you will kill it. And he sees, wait, you're still building things on your tech lab. And he sees the fusion core at Neeb's camera. Neeb absolutely sees that. Let's go to Neeb's camera. He starts Viagra. He's getting observers around his bases to see where those battlecruisers teleport to. And... units at the front, Stalkers in the main, Stalkers in the natural. He immediately says, okay, you're playing mech. Like, there's no serious aggression. Other than a bit of Stalker harass, nothing's going to come for a long time. Makes double forge. He's hitting his probe production. I wouldn't be surprised, putting workers on gas at the third. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a fourth. And I think he feels like, wait a second, I can't just let him get a third. This is some greedy-ass mech play. He's defending with a handful of tanks and nothing else. Let's go do a push. I love the corner base from Special. He knows he'll really struggle to secure a normal fourth. Marine also comes down, sees this push coming. 3 tanks, 2 Cyclones, a Raven, and a handful of Marines. The battlecruiser will help defend, but that's a lot of Stalkers, even without Blink. And I love this. Threatens that way, rotates to the right-hand side, and Special's like, oh, crap. You know, he's got no mines, he's got no Hellions, he's got not a lot of buffer. I'd love a few mines, tanks coming out, needs another Tech Lab factory. And Neeb here drops a 4th base behind it. One upgrades are on the way. Blink's on the way. Battlecruiser does teleport in. Probes need to pull back to that shield battery, which they do. Stalkers and Sentries teleport back. So, forces the recall. Well done by this battlecruiser. It's just going to be a bit annoying in the back of the base. Another battlecruiser and Yamato on the way. I wonder what the most secret base is on this. I guess this is it. I'm like, there's no real corner base, right? This one's too close. This one's kind of where he's going to go through to attack your base. This one is right next to his base. It's kind of, yeah, this is not the best map for a corner base. Whereas like Golden Wall, there was very, very sneaky corner bases. Like you could take their corner base and they would never scout it. Second Robo is up, Templar Archives, 5 more gateways on the way, probing up 73 workers. Builds a second Templar Archives, in fact. He forgot about the first one. There's a thing where you shift gears. When you're playing against this sort of Mega Turtle mech where they're making BCs and tanks, you don't follow a normal macro order. You just do everything at once. So it's easy to make a little mistake like that where you don't realize you've got that unit. I don't think Colossus are very good versus mech. They can clear Hellions and Mines well, but they're kind of average versus everything else. I think Immortals are amazing. Disruptors are very good for slowing down a push, but they are also kind of weak to it as well. BCs come in, do a double Yamato. I don't know if they can do anything else. Yeah, they just force the overcharge and pull back. Fair enough. He's just going to keep coming in and picking off Stalkers 2 at a time with Yamatos, I guess. I think you're totally happy to pay that tax. 3 Stargates are on the way, so Neeb's going to go straight to Sky Toss. I always tell people, just try to get a Prism in the main, hit with Zealots, attack the front with Zealots. You just do a big Zealot Stalker attack, warp in Zealots in the main, you can't lose. You'll beat every mech player. But at tip-top pro level, the Protoss players are always worried that like they're not going to be able to get the Prism in the main, that there's too much of a good wall off at this third, because as you can see, Special taking great safety precautions, tanks on the high ground. And because of that, they feel like, oh, it's a bit of a gamble. They think the safer response against mech, just get up 4-5 base economy. You get some good ground army, but then just go Sky Toss. And it's actually going to start with Voidrays, interestingly enough. I'm surprised there's no Fleet Beacon just yet. 5th base goes down, 5 pylons on the way. There we go. Fleet Beacon now starts up. Starting up upgrades as well, +1 air weapons. I expect Tempests and Carriers to be coming out. Tempests especially, I think, will be the main focus. Now, for those who don't know, Voidrays, I don't think they get one-shot by Yamato anymore. Yamato only does 240 damage, but they're basically dead. It leaves them with 10 hit points left, so they're almost dead. Couple of unupgraded Marines coming out to free up supply. Does not need these units anymore. 1/1 mech upgrades on the way. Mag field, so you can replenish with Cyclones, which are not bad against Tempests. They're a very well-rounded unit that's very mobile. Cyclones, very good to reinforce quickly across the map to reinforce a push. You can use them to defend small run-bys and things. But in a big battle, when push goes to shove, Cyclones aren't really going to carry a lot of weight. They're just a bit too fragile, a bit too vulnerable. Sees the Voidrays! Oh, the Voidrays were trying to be hidden and they get spotted. Oh no. So what's the response? Thors start up, Drilling Claws starts. And getting up to a lot of factories. That's a good count. 7 factories. In this scenario, wouldn't mind like 9 or 10. Even building some Vikings as well. I think it's very important to start 2-2. Battlecruiser run by getting in position. These Hellions getting caught. Well done by Neeb. Neeb, he's building a lot of cannons and batteries there, but they're not covering the base. So these BCs can come around the backside and cause a bit of a nuisance. The Voidrays are going to go back to try to deal with it. BCs coming on in. That Hellion does go down. And time to lose some probes. Oh, that's a lot of Voidrays, man. Damages 3 Voids, but loses a Battlecruiser. Hot damn. And that's without Fuck Veins even being done. Of course, the Flux Veins upgrade does give a big movement speed boost. Ooh, Command Center. This is that corner one he was mining gas off for a while. He's going to lose that. Lose a lot of SCVs as well. The Voidrays. Oh no, the Battlecruisers went out too early. A terrible move from Special. Oh, he's going to lose both BCs. They get 1 Voidray. And oh man, 3 BCs for 2 Voidrays. That's a terrible trade. I mean, they've both got money, so that in of itself isn't gonna win, right? It's not that individual trade. It's the fact that he's just lost his harassment, his mobile units. Now, the Voids come up. Oh, they click on the Raven. The Raven's still alive for a moment. It does end up getting finished off. Thors and Vikings will chase this off, though. And still massing Voidrays. 3 more Stargates on the way as well. Huh. Man, they're so fast. It's actually very cool. Mass Voidray to counter mech. Maybe. These Thors ever go down, there's so little anti-air in this army. Special wants to fight right now when his army is really powerful. Oh, there is a shield battery overcharge there. One of the Vikings falls, but those Thors coming forward, causing big problems. That army pulls back. Oh, this is a scary push right now. I think Neeb, I mean, he's going pure Sky Toss. This army's going to try and counterattack. There's a few random tanks. They're not going to do too much. They will get cleaned up by a blink forward. They bruise the Stalkers, but that's about it. And right now, that base is going down. 5 probes going to fall. Neeb a bit too slow to evacuate the probes. Does now pull those, and he starts re-expanding to the left-hand side of the map. More Zealots joining in with his army. He needs a bit of buffer. And that base is actually undefended right now. This often happens. Mech can't really be everywhere at once, right? Special's trying to find this army. Oh, he sieges his tanks. Got to pull back from that one. A big volley goes down. Nicely done by Special. Losing a few Hellions on the right. Mama comes in along with a pack of Chads. I think the Thors could take that fight, but Special feels a bit undefended. He's up to 7 Thors now. As they all come down, he says, okay, now we're fine. Mama and Chad's on the right. We've got Stalker Disruptor Colossus on the left. Oh shit, Mama gets caught out. Mama's gonna go down. She does Time Warp, but with the Cyclone lock on those Voidrays, it's all fine. Voids come in now. Do they beat the Thors? No. Yes. They crush the Thors. No Widow Mines in the mix. You actually need Widow Mines against this. The Protoss Muta Swap, aka Mass Speed Voidrays comes in. 6 Stargates at a time. They annihilate the Thors. Okay. I always think of Tempests and Carriers and Skytoss as being the overly complicated solution. But the Mass Voidray, I can totally get behind. That is an amazing play. God damn, that was sick. GG, well played. Ties up the series. It's 1 map apiece for these 2 wild dogs engaging in a little bit of stabby. Oh, goddamn, that was sick. Big thank you to Philharmonic with the 14-month resub. Advantage of waking up randomly in the middle of the night is watching live for once. Great job as always. Thank you, mate. Big thank you to C. Bacon with the Twitch Prime sub. Slides into the pigsty, rolls around in the mud and goes... Tiny Sprite as well, dropping a 500-bit fart in the chat. Some noxious fumes and a little bit of love. Because what is love but getting comfortable with the smell of each other's farts, right? Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. If you guys are just tuned in or you're enjoying the content, this is not an official kind of paid for broadcast or anything, but we do like to cast this every week, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the games. If you do want to show a bit of love, especially if you've been watching a lot of the stream, please do consider hitting that sub button, tipping, cheering, or using some other form of supporting. If you're brand new to the channel, please click the follow button and click the bell to get those alerts when we go live. Big thanks, everyone. I appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, this series it's delivering. These guys always have the sickest back and forth games. I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Up in the top right, in the red, it is Special. It's been opening up very cheeky lately, and it looks like he's going to hide his barracks this game. It's not going to be super aggressive. It will be just hidden. His opponent down here in the bottom left has been scouting very late and been very comfortable to just react as things come his way. It's Neeb. But this time around, he's like, nah, I'll go scout this time. Barracks is going to get hidden up here, though, quite far back. A little bit hard to scout that. I do think just 2 or 3 Widow Mines would have totally changed that last game. I think there's this thing that happens where they clump up so much, you might even want to have 1 or 2 Thors in splash damage mode. Maybe once you get to it, like if it's like real mass void ray, say you've got 10 Thors, I think at that point 1 or 2 can stay in splash damage mode. But most importantly, just have a few Widow Mines spread around. And it's the same thing when you're fighting Mutas actually with Thors. Thors are not that great against Mutas at the moment. But you mix just a couple mines in, and the Mutas get wrecked. Just some big splash damage to soften them up. Probes coming on in here. And here we go. It's like, hey, what's going on here? Does see a factory down very early. Has not confirmed 2 gases. It's just going to be a Reaper. Now, there was a Cybercore first into Quicker Nexus. Second pylon at the front, and then second gas here. Neeb has been obsessed with shield batteries, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Wants to go straight across the map with this Adept. Try and put on a little bit of pressure, a bit of scouting. And I wonder what the tech is. On this map, I'd love to see a Phoenix opening, actually. I think Phoenix openings can be devastating against this sort of tech-heavy opening, where Special's normally going to try and lean into some follow-up pressure. Adept's like, F you, I'm going straight to your base. And that command center's looking mighty exposed. Second Reaper's out. Q's a third one immediately. 3 Reapers can beat an Adept, but that third one will not be ready in time. So the Adept can potentially delay this command center. See how this fight goes. Back at home, it is going to be a Stargate. Even Oracle Harass would actually be nice. But as I said, would love to see some Phoenix. Second SCV already down. Nicely done. Nicely done. Puts the fresh one on the command center. Adept gets the hell out of there before taking too much damage. Behind this, there is, of course, a starport up. And reacted Hellions on the way. Oracle or Phoenix? It's a Phoenix! Great control play. Gonna chrono boost it as well, and gonna go straight across the map. So you can see that's already rallied into the main of Special to try and see what's coming out. And I think it should get there just as a potential medevac would pop. As it is, though, it looks like straight to Raven or Banshee. Looks like a Banshee build with the reactor Hellions. 2 Hellions are out, soon to be 4. Now, what's cool with that is those Hellions, if they can sneak across the map, Reapers jump in the main, do a little bit of a run by, and then the Hellions run in the natural. But with shield batteries at both bases, it's hard to actually confirm any kills. Cloak and Banshee does come up, and there's a Phoenix that's going to arrive immediately, and he can just build an Oracle and hunt down Banshees so easily. So I think Special seeing a Phoenix, especially if he realizes that it is indeed not a hallucination, it's hard to go Banshees. You can do it, but you got to be very conservative with them. Behind this, Robo is on the way up to a very quick 3rd and 4th gas. Here we go. Hellions and Reapers are going to dive in. Shield Battery cannot stop the probes from getting one shot here, but it can heal up those that get bruised by just a little bit of the splash damage. 4 probes going down. Oh, that Shield Battery's done a fantastic job. The Phoenixes disable a lot of them. Oh, wants to get a few more kills, but just can't do it, mate. Oh, the Phoenixes are out of lifts, though. But there's another shield battery. Oh, this is so frustrating. He wanted a lot more than this, guys. That was a lot of Reapers and Hellions. What can he do? Nothing. The shield batteries are just shutting down his aggression. Neeb here really taking shield battery usage to the next level. He's decided, hey, this thing is super powerful. And let's just always make sure I have one at every base. It's a great way to play. The Adepts are going to counterattack now. There are some Marines and a Cyclone that should be able to deal with this, but as the Phoenix come, if they can isolate the Cyclone, they'll be able to take that out. Adepts do take out a few SCVs. And they are going to shade on out. Phoenix going to go into their main base. Ooh, force a cloak on the Banshee. Nicely done. They do get out of vision and break the lock on. There's another Banshee down there. So Special's going to try and hide those Banshees. Use them for later. This once again looks like a mech opening. Oh my. Special might be playing a lot of mech in this matchup. That would be cool. I think that last game was pretty close. I think he got to the stage he wanted to, and he feels like he got a bit tricked. Surprised by how many Voidrays came out. And I think he'll make the adjustment next time. 2 Stargate already. Oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 2 Stargate. Phoenix is so sick. And notice he's being very patient. Just sitting at home defending. Because he wants these Banshees to come in. So Special's job is actually don't go in until you see the Phoenix on your side of the map. If he goes in on their own, Phoenix will... Oh, he's getting in position. And the Phoenix are going across the map. Oh, there's 2 Phoenix and an Observer. You split them. Well done. Neeb taking every precaution required. Is he going to notice quick enough? Special's got to get out, get out, get out, get out. No, he's just going to commit. He's like, fuck it. Gets 2 probes and that's it. Maybe get a 3rd if he clicks on it, but no. Oh, this is not a good start for Special. It's now dropping barracks, so he's going to try and play bio from here, but yeah, it's going to be just a single robo, a couple of Colossus into Disruptors, and I think Neeb will go straight to carriers from there. If you guys want to learn this sort of build order, obviously this was a bit of an odd start, but if you want to learn the standard build order, go to Probe's YouTube, Probe SC2, and he's got a tutorial on this. I believe it's his 3rd most recent video that he put up. It's a really good style. Ooh, loses a Phoenix. Almost loses a second one. He's going to recall out of there, I believe. Yep. Ooh, he does lose another one. Oh, Neeb getting a little bit sloppy. 2 Phoenix have fallen. One of them barely surviving. So you do get a Forge up, and he's actually going the 2nd Robo, which is how I would always play this style. We were talking about this earlier today. I was like, man, I would always get a 2nd Robo just for more disruptors. But he's going to build cannons, batteries at every base. Max Pax tried to play the same build against Clem earlier today as well in the EU Cup. I caught the very end of that. And you just basically build cannons, batteries. You start going into carriers. I'm surprised he hasn't started flyer attacks yet with just how many Phoenix he's committed to so early on. But Special's actually defending very well. Unfortunately, he's down 15 SCVs already. And yeah, he's kind of just... He's in turtle mode, and he's going to just try and play survival and force it to the later stages. And don't get me wrong, I do think carriers are a bit of an awkward army, but we'll see exactly how it plays out here. There's already 2 Colossus on the way. Oh, get some medevac as it's popping. I think cancel that medevac, cancel that medevac. Oh, actually, the turret might protect it. Goodbye Cyclone comes forward, tries to punish this. The Marines will, of course, push that back. Oh my god, the Phoenix were thinking about fighting the Marines because it's such a small pack of Marines. And they're not even stimmed in there. What a Chad. Neeb just keeps fighting at 7 SCVs on top of that medevac. And he's starting Tempest production already? To deal with the tanks, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so he feels like, okay, I don't really have a way of dealing with tanks slowly sieging me. Get a few Tempests out. He's got Onion Pulse Crystals for the, if you don't know, that reason, that upgrade on Fleet Beacon gives +2 range to the Phoenix. It's called an Onion because it gives tears in your opponent's eyes the moment they realize your Phoenix are killing literally everything. Worse, of course, if you're playing Mutas or something like that, but it can still be very frustrating. So they keep coming in and just picking these units off like that. +1 flyer attacks is on the way. Has he got any ground upgrades yet? He has not really used the Forge for that, but you can see batteries, cannons, stasis traps. Batteries, cannons. Slowly creeping up to a 4th base. Getting a good handful of Tempests up. Hey, Tempest Disruptor, man. I remember when they first changed the Tempest. We were like, dude, Tempest Disrupt is broken. The Tempest can just constantly micro back and kite you. And anytime you try to stim on them, the Disruptors will just take you. Oh my. That tank was having an identity crisis. I'm neutral. I'm going to stage up over here. Special's like, what the fuck was that doing there? Must have been left there from a little bit earlier in the game. Fourth command center is going up there. Third Stargate on the way. Now, I have very strong feelings about Tempest being a really shit unit unless you micro them exceptionally well, because they're very fragile and they have very low damage output. They do have long range, but it's not as long as it once was. So you've got to be really careful with them. Now, he's making the tectonic destabilizers, which gives them bonus damage to structures. But right now, he's going up to 6 Tempests, and I think that's pretty much the max you should ever go for. Any more than 6 is very bad, in my opinion. Now, Phoenixes do come forward. Ooh, he gets the Raven! Nicely done. Now, Special is like, I kind of want to fight this, but if he stims into the Colossus, he's going to get dicked. And the Tempests are just going to shift-click the Siege tanks, I believe. Ooh, he's losing cannons and batteries, actually. He's got a decent Marine camp. There's still too many Colossus. His Marines can't go in there. Oh, no! A big ball! I think this is doomed. There's no... Yeah, that was getting absolutely wrecked. GG! Hot diddly damn. Very cool style there. Gross. Big thanks. Bubba Boo with the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Pigsty, mate. Thank you very much. People are discussing Diablo 2 in chat. Okay, I was like, what the fuck are you guys... Reminding me of high... I remember like 8th grade. A few of my friends got really into Diablo 2. I'd be hanging out with them at lunchtime. They'd be like, oh yeah, I got my Pigstarcraft. They just speaking about Diablo 2 items all day. And I was like, what the fudge are you guys talking about? I didn't have Diablo 2. So I was like, can you guys speak English? And they're like, oh. And then one of them got his dad's credit card and bought a bunch of items. And then the other one found his account name, account password. He took all of his items. And yeah. Nothing like being friends in 8th grade. One of the other kids. I can't remember which kid it was that stole it, but bit of a dick move. There was some drama. I was like, that does seem like a dick move, but I also don't care because you guys have talked about nothing but Diablo 2 for the last 6 months, and it's driving me fucking crazy because I don't have it. Ree! All right, one more game for Neeb to take this out. Of course, winner of this will go through to the grand finals. I'm not sure if Parting won the other semi-final against Future. Obviously, I think he's the favorite in that match, but could have gone either way. All right, all right, all right. Up here in the top right, in the red, his name is Special. Down here in the bottom left, in the blue, Ting's Neeb. Eternal Empire, and this is definitely a very mech-focused map. Funnily enough, Neeb's just been countering it in the late game rather than just busting it, which I always feel is mech's weak point. But yeah, it's not a flexible style. I guess it wasn't mech in that last game, was it? It looked like it was going to be a mech opening. But nothing went right in the opening. Went very, very bad, very early. The Hellion Reaper attack. I mean, you go 4 Hellion, 3 Reaper dive with such a delayed expansion. That's a massive commitment. You got to do damage with that. Back to still doing one of these crazy one base openings. Okay. Terrans really want to screw the game up at the moment. But I think what we've got to realize here for Special is that submarine game, he did a lot of threatening, not a lot of committing. Oh, hot diddly damn. It's still early game, guys. We're going to replay that alert. What the hell? Thank you very much, ARW Visions. Dropping 5,000 biddies right there into the chitty chat. No, we're not going to rap. Stop it, pig. You almost made me rap. Thank you so much, Visions. I really appreciate the generosity. So, I mean, you know what? That factory is actually too close. He could have ran up to the depot and he would have been able to spot that factory. So that's poor placement by Special. Neeb showing a little bit too much respect. To be honest, Neeb has changed very little. Even, like I think he just kind of assumes what's going on. He's like, you're probably just doing that. Is he even going to check for, like, some other crazy all-in? Or is he just going to, just going to build a shield battery scout with the adept? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You've got a game to spare. Why play scared? Right? Command center does go down. Now we're going to see Hellions. Yeah, okay. So going to be a bit of Hellions coming out this time around. And it looks like he wants to go into a rather quick starport. Doesn't want to miss SCV production, so prioritizes that. Does start the reactor on the barracks. And the starport goes down. Very well executed opening so far. Where is that adept, by the way? Oh, he's leaving it at home. He's not scouting with it. So he's actually staying at home this time. That's a good idea because 2 Reapers and a Hellion would make quick work. I expect a shield battery to go down here in the next 5 seconds. Yeah. Yep. This is Neeb's way of adjusting and playing really safe here. Damn. Please build add-ons and don't commit anymore. Yeah, I like... Okay, Widow Mine's a good sign. Widow Mines don't care about shield batteries. And he's going to go Oracle first. Okay, he's light on information. Oracle can do some damage potentially. He's got 2 adapts. One's up in the main, though. 2 Reapers and Alien come in. Shield battery's not quite done. And Neeb's like, this is why I build the shield battery blind super early. God damn it, I didn't build it early enough, and now I lose probes. Urgh. I don't think 3 probes is the end of the world. I think it's fine. Oh, he cancelled the Oracle and built a Phoenix. That's interesting. This Alien's like, cool, let's do some damage. Oh, wait, he's got a shield battery like he always does. What a dickhead. It's not cheap, man. Neeb is investing a lot in defense. And it's going to be the battlecruiser mech again here on Eternal Empire. A fusion core has gone down behind us in the back of the base. And Neeb is going to fly in with a Phoenix and spot it immediately. Oh, you're fudging kidding me, man. He's got to start proxying this or something. Yeah, Neeb's like, oh, again? All right. Do we see a cancel on that? Doesn't look like it. Widow Mine drop will come in. Neeb's not watching. All right, gonna deny a bit of mining time there. Nicely done. That probe does finish that one off. Good evac with the medevac. 5 probes, a bit of mining time. I think that's worth it. This Phoenix though, looking at look at this hunting pattern for Neeb. Yeah, he's gonna boost again. He's gonna try to pull some Marines and a Cyclone out, but not there in time. Ah. Hugest Neebus, already building his first Voidray. He's on 2 Stargates, by the way, guys. Remember, basic mech units, the tanks, do not shoot up. Going lots of Stargate units is very annoying for the mech player. First battlecruiser does start up just now. Picks up that Cyclone to break the lock-in and lock on and preserve that Phoenix. Already making... Oh my... Oh. Okay, so what's going to happen, guys? I'm looking at my crystal ball. I'm rubbing it a little bit. I'm looking at the tea leaves in the bottom of my mug. This battlecruiser is going to pop out. It's going to teleport down here. It's going to fly in. 4 Voidrays are going to prismatically align, piss all over it. It's going to die. And then Special is going to GG and leave the game. I'm hoping this doesn't happen because I'd love to see a game 5 between these two. But I'm just saying, like, he's like, oh, you're making Phoenixes. Okay. I mean, do you teleport across the map against Phoenixes? I think if Special's smart, he just walks, right? And Special is most certainly smart. Even when he sees the Voidrays, he's gonna have to teleport home instantly. He won't even have time to Yamato, I don't think. Okay, he's not teleporting. He scans and he sees double Voidray production. He's making mag field. He's only got 1 Cyclone, 1 factory, man. Dude, this is awkward. Like, the unupgraded Marines actually help a fair bit versus Voidrays, because Voidrays do no damage to them. So they actually kind of tank versus the Voidrays. And there's literally nothing but Sky units out for Neeb. It's a very cool way of countering mech, guys. Very cool. Obviously, it's very vulnerable to things like Hellion run-bys, but this is a great response to the BC opening, specifically. The Voidrays gonna come down. BC's gonna try to maybe get a Yamato, but he should just leave. Don't even bother Yamatoing, in my opinion. Yep, no. Just leave. More important to keep that thing alive than anything else. Now, the Chads are coming across the map. There's no real ground support, just a single sentry. Doesn't even have energy for Guardian Shield, though. No more factories down just yet. I really think more factories need to be down. Upgrades aren't too important. Getting up to 5 factories and getting some more, I think 2 cyclones and 2 mines building at a time, and then you're at least safe. Problem from there is what happens when carriers come out and you're stuck on low tier units, right? I don't know, man. 3rd Stargate, fleet beacon. 67 probes to 55 SCVs. 4th base on the way. So a good economy explosion here for Neeb. He's looking for more. He does not have fuck veins, remember. So these Voidrays, they cannot bang and run quite as well as they will later on in the game. Cyclones and Marines way out of position. That's a dead command center. Oh, no. I guess not. He focuses the SCVs because he knows that can be repaired, but... Ooh, forces the SCVs back. 1 Cyclone gets a lock on. Oh, he loses 1 Cyclone, almost loses a 2nd. Ooh, Magfield, mate. Magfield. The depot provides some sick spotting there. Oh, when he comes back in, Neeb's like, hey, you sent everything up there, didn't you? Now, the BCs are on the other side of the map. This is good damage for Neeb, though. Gonna get 1 more SCV. These 2 BCs come on in. And, uh-oh, he's gonna have to teleport those out. He gets a Voidray. It's like a Stalker or something maybe on the ground as well. Oh. Oh, okay. Special's tilted now. He's like, can you get out of my base? He's got to split his units. Oh man, he's a bit busy multitasking, so he kept just A-moving. He's got to split his units. He's got to split them. Oh, he's losing too much mining time. This is too much of a disruption. Neeb has got his 4th up in mining. He's taking the gases. He'll no doubt take a 5th soon. Finally, we do see that spready on the unit. Cyclones in the main, Marines on the 3rd. He's repairing his battle cruisers. He does have that renewable resource in the 3 battle cruisers that can kind of wear units down. But Flux Veins is on the way. +1 weapons is almost finished and going up to 4 Stargates. 5 Stargates, in fact. It's just going to be mass Voidrays for now. Please make Widow Mines special. It's 10 Voidrays already. If he doesn't make them soon... I guess Cyclones do beat them head to head. I worry if you... get a bit too close, the Voidrays are going to kill you before you kill them, right? Like, you got to keep distance. Now, these BCs, they teleport. Oh, a little bit of a risky move out. A few seconds away. Oh, the Voidrays just barely miss him, but the pylon spots it. So these Voidrays will turn around. Ooh, maybe not. Just sending a few Phoenix in the rally. He says, you know what? Screw it. Let's just get some damage done. Recall's not ready, though. Oh, nice micro on the Cyclones. Nice micro on the Cyclones. Battle cruisers are going to start to fly in there. 9 SCVs, pulls them back. BCs do fly in. Yamato's on 1 of the Voidrays. Shield battery overcharge is pretty sick though, hey. I would have liked to see a few more Yamatos, even just to take out Phoenix. It doesn't seem like a great prize, but it is something. Man, he's going pure Voidray. Okay, at this point, Widow Mines have started up 2 at a time. He's building another Tech Lab reactor. He desperately needs, I think, another factory with a reactor just so we can blow out Widow Mine count. As long as you got Widow Mines protecting the Cyclones, protecting the BCs, the Voidrays are so fast. Yeah, you're gonna lose this fight. That's not enough Cyclones. Ooh, how fast is a Voidray now? 4.65, Cyclone is 4. Okay, so a Cyclone is still faster than a Voidray, but by a fraction of a second. Like a tiny little bit. And yeah, he can't take his 4th. Neeb's on 5 base, so Neeb's getting this great advantage, and now he goes Twilight, 2nd Forge, massive gateway transition. So he's going to be on this weird Cyclone army, and then just like Charge Zealots are going to start hitting his base, and DTs. I think Neeb's a bit too far ahead of the curve here. The Voidrays have kind of served kind of like the Mutalisks do against MECH at the moment. You just keep your opponent pinned back, pick off SCVs, keep them off their 4th for a long time, and then you can swap into a whole bunch of other things. Now these Voidrays are going to come out, no prismatic alignment. Few Voidrays get picked off there as well, in fact. BCs all teleport home. They're still alive. Drilling Claws is almost here. 2 more factories on the way. Building +1 plating now for the first time. So I think desperately needs a 2nd armory to keep those upgrades going. But Special's not rich. Neeb, on the other hand, 83 workers. 4 carriers building at a time now. And those carriers are going to be really important against these Cyclones. But there's a timing. There is a window. 6 Widow Mines, 16 Cyclones coming down here to press this base. And those Voidrays come forward. They grab 1 Cyclone. Already taking a lot of damage. Battery overcharge gets used. Those Widow Mines, though, you got to manually lock on or you're not going to be able to overwhelm those cannons. Oh! Oh! Oh, he's got to be careful, mate. Oh, my God. I think that was a bit too ballsy by Neeb, right? The carrier's going to chase off the Cyclones, though. Because if you run forward to shoot down the carriers, the Voidrays will wreck you. Now, if you just A-move, do they actually lock onto interceptors? Does anyone know? Oh, Hero Zealot delaying the 5th base, by the way. If anyone knows that, can do a fact check, let me know. Because that would be kind of terrible, right? If you're wasting lock-ons on individual interceptors. I guess it would confirm the kill on each interceptor rather quickly if you're kind of doing an arm's length sort of harassment battle. Oh, get out, get out. Oh my God, those Voidrays just crush the BCs. So Cyclones are here. Oh, imagine if he just dives in. He's going to do it. Goodbye, carriers. Goodbye, carriers. He's going to lock onto 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. No. Shield battery overcharge. He doesn't kill a single one. He loses 8 Cyclones. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's just dead. He just lost all of his Cyclones that he was relying on for anti-air. He doesn't have enough Widow Mines to deal with the Interceptors and the Voidrays. All of his battlecruisers go down. Hot diddly damn. Neeb's Sky Armada of Doom, Death, and Destruction. It's not just Taiwanese Protoss vs. Zerg. It's not just one-base proxy Voidray shield battery cheese. It's also apparently a great answer to MECH. The mass Voidrays coming in here. These Widow Mines are actually going to be hitting carriers. You don't see that every day. But it's going to be enough here. I think Special's going to be a little bit peeved. Neeb's very unorthodox response to MECH. Carrier does survive. Zealots are on that base. Yeah, I mean, that's such a great swap as well, going into the charge Zealots. Oh! Nice Widow Mine shots. It's just, yeah, it don't really matter. Neeb, like we said, he had momentum all game long from the early Voidrays. The battle cruisers are just getting scouted too early. And the fact that Neeb is opening Phoenix against like battle cruiser openings and scouting it immediately, it's giving him too much of a leg up. He's having way too much freedom in these games. There's not enough pressure on him, right? He's getting too much information. There's not enough ambiguity. He's like, oh, you can't attack me forever. I can take 5 bases and mass Voidrays. Lol, 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 lol. And, you know, great play by Neeb. Mass Voidrays? Mass Voidrays beats MECH, apparently. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. We're going to be going into the grand finals in a moment. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Please consider checking out the Patreon. Link is down below in the description. Those of you who've gone above and beyond to support, you have a special place in my heart. Reserved for bacon, StarCraft, and not a lot of other things. It's a pretty exclusive place. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.